Hi. So today we are going to learn what is PR sensor, PIR sensor. So what is PIR sensor exactly? PIR sensor means it is passive infrared sensor. So what it does exactly? So PIR sensor, that is a passive infrared sensor, will detect any human movement or any object movement in front of this sensor. So wherever you place the sensor here, so if anything moves in this way, then it will be detecting that and it will send the signal for you in terms of hardware output or the software, that is your IDE or any other platform whichever you're using. So moving on, so it looks like an EFO, right? UFO, right? So like this is just a cover for this because it should not detect any wrong information or any wrong objects. So that is why we have covered it, and we have some something here that is which is giving the PIR sensor the power. So let us see how it looks when we open it and when we turn it back, and we'll understand more about the sensor. So moving to whenever we open this, the lid of the sensor, it looks something like this. So what exactly are these? This green color board in the background, it is it will work like a motherboard on which all the wires and all the circuits and all the things are interconnected with each other in its own form. And on the on top we have something like a camera here. This is not a camera, actually this is the sensor, and this emits those infrared rays, and it is where it is the movement is recorded and it is sent to the pins and all the circuit here, which will convert it in a data form and it will give it to us. So moving on to next. So here when we turn back, it looks something like this. It looks maybe it is too messy here, but it is very much easy to understand how it works. So these two are the knobs for adjustment, and the main part here will come to the main components here. So these are the three pins, which is VCC, GND, and output pin. As we saw here, we have GND output and VCC. Ground pin is where we will be passing the negative current to the from the circuit, and output pin here will be giving us the data in form of the blinking or in the system. So output pin usually actually gives the data for the uh, pin, and VCC is the power pin. Like this is where we give the power for sensor to work. And now when we turn it back, it looks something like this. So here these four are like capacitors, and these here are resistors and capacitors too. So what is these things does is, so in this sensor there will be more traffic, right? Like when electricity is passing from here to here, here to here, there will be a traffic in that. There might be a higher current, or there might be a lower current, so that our sensor or the motherboard or the microcontroller whichever we are using may get damaged. So to prevent that from getting damaged and from getting short circuited, we are using all these capacitors and resistors. So here we have one black color chip which is very big. So what it is it is an IC chip. What it does is, this black chip on the board here on the left side, it will act, this chip on the board, it will act like the brain and the processor, the signals from the sensor. So this is the main brain of the sensor, because it is where the signals are captured, and it will turn those signal into a data form, and it will send to the computer or the any output pin we are using. So here we have, as I told you in the in the beginning, that these are the adjustment knobs. Like these are used to change the sensitivity and how long the sensors will be staying on. So this is where we will change that. So one is for sensitivity and one is for time. So this is how all together it will make a PIR sensor, which is passive infrared sensor. So now we understood how it looks when we open the lid, and how it looks from the back. And not only how it looks, we understood how it is used exactly, and how all the components will work together beautifully and make it work perfectly. So this is how the passive infrared sensor works, and this is how the passive infrared sensor will be looking like. So in this video, we learned about PIR sensor, which is passive infrared sensor. And for today, that's it for today, and see you in the next video, future robot builders.